Hey, what's going on, Will? I wanted to just talk with you today. This is just really about how do you maximize your leadership calendar. Um, One of the things that I'll talk about today is one, prioritizing your week, and how do your priorities show up in your how does it show up in your calendar? Two, what are some non-negotiables you want to and make sure you include in your weekly calendar as you're planning out? And three, why is it that I use Calendly as a tool for people to be able to jump into um, a meeting with me? So this is the first week of school, which is a couple of weeks out, and so what you'll notice is I block out first day of school, all kinds of things show up. So just blocking off that first, 5 hours of the day so that if you get emergency calls, anything you need to manage, you just have that time blocked out and no one can block and actually elect the time. I don't like to be bothered first thing in the morning of first day of school. So whatever your rhythm or routine is, just make sure you block it out. You'll notice that I build out an hour lunch break to break up my day from the morning to the afternoon as well, because that's important to me as well. Is just making sure that if I'm back to back to back, that I build in breaks in the day so that I have the ability to manage, whatever my personal affairs are. If I want to take a walk or run, like I can do that. If we were in real school time, the 9 to 10 o'clock block would generally be my walkthrough. So I would walk around the building. I would check in on classes, see how people are doing, and generally from 9 to 10, I wouldn't book a time. Or in our school days, like 8:30 to maybe 9:15, you would just block that off as your morning walkthrough. And generally it's just check-ins and seeing how things are going. Um, well, since we're virtual, you'll notice that I have my one-to-ones blocked here. Meetings, these meetings are important. You're going to have to build in time with your direct reports. You do have a lot. So you have to figure out, for me, I'm able to do 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes with most people. Gina, sometimes my meetings run longer. With you, clearly it's a little bit longer. But just knowing that that is already built into my schedule each week. And you'll notice that I put it on repeat so that those meetings are happening. And as you can see here, the week after the first day of school, I put an 8 to 10. Again, for me on Monday, I want to be super focused on what it is I need to do during that first day of school, or during that first period in the day. So those are some things to just kind of think about. I'm going to pause here for a moment because I'm going to show you something else. I used to belong to a program called the National SAM Innovation Project. And so the things that they told me were super important for principals were improve teacher practice, increase student engagement, increase parent engagement, and student achievement. And so it really taught me to think considerably about um, my how does my time on my schedule prioritize what's important to me, from teacher observation, instructional leadership time, and what am I doing in those little small blocks, and so small blocks of time that just don't necessarily count. And I participated in this program that had a time track tool. The first responders aspect is super important. People who are able to help navigate for you and take on responsibility so it doesn't suck up your time. And so you and I will get to a point where we talk about that. But it is very interesting to see how through this process I started to look at what was I spending my time on. And so this is for someone else, but they figured in the beginning, and this is what many principals do, you spend a lot of time on management, you spend a little bit of time on instruction. And so the real question is, how do you get this number of instructional minutes up and management down? I know you're in your first year, so you're going to be trying to figure out what is a healthy balance. If you can get yourself to 40% of your time on instruction, I think you'll actually just really do well. So I'm going to pause here because it's going to require me to make you a second video.